I suppose it actually explains the whole realms. You know, we've all got a part to play, haven't we?
Yeah. It's like when I said about opening yourself up to your higher self, say about higher self, whatever spirit you want to embody in a sense that they're going to control you, choose wisely, because there are spirits that will want to corrupt you if you allow them. And there are spirits who want to fulfill you, you know? Just because I can pick up that controller and kill Mario 100 times. Maybe Mario's in a state that he wants me to do that. But that's not the goal. That's not the purpose of life, Mario. You want to go and eat mushrooms, bro. You want to ride Yoshis and you want to drive carts, bruv. That's what you want to do. You know, you want to get the princess and you want to live in the castle, mate. You want to have a good life. Then choose me, because I will be the good spirit. I will make sure you achieve that goal. You know what I mean? And that's the same with us talking to our higher realm. This is my theory. Tell them what you want. Pick the one you want. Tell them, I want to be this version of me. And I'm handing it to you. I'm telling you, can you control me that way? And if they say, I'm sorry, bro, I am the spirit of pain and the spirit of anger and the spirit of evil. No, I don't want you. Sorry, bro. Anyone else? Quickly, anyone else? Yeah. You know what I mean? If someone else comes along like, I am the spirit of motivation, encouragement, and love. Yes, you're my guy. Take me where I need to go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, take me where I need to go. And that's right there. Like when we talked to the episode about religion, people's belief, sometimes some people find that spirit within a Holy Spirit or, you know, them kind of explanations there. Yeah. We've almost made like 2 episodes here.
Lucas, I think I just saw your curtain twitch. Don't want to cause you alarm, but oh, you're not alone, are you? I'm not.
Oh, mate.
Oh, bless him. His little face. Sorry, Lucas. I thought maybe it was the way you moved in the chair.
I might sleep with the curtains open tonight. You know what? Forget sleeping. Jules, send me the Zoom link. I'll just edit it overnight.
Yeah. Check it.
Yeah. Lucas, you'll probably freak yourself out because you'll keep watching it and hearing, and do it during the day. Do it during the day.
Do you think that also, let's talk about going back to what we talked about, ghosts. Do you think that they're amplified by like films? Like if you watch a film to do with ghosts, do you amplify your energy? Do you tap into it a bit more? Is that why we feel?
With films, I don't know whose idea it was and whether it's true or not, but as soon as they say you watch like a horror film, a good example is The Conjuring 2, which happened, and they go, oh yeah, you watch this hour-and-a-half movie and you're absolutely like shit scared, and then at the end they go, based on a true story, and you're there like,
yeah, no. I didn't need to know that bit.
Yeah.
They go, oh yeah, based on a true story, and your one thing in your mind that was making you watch it was like, oh, it's just a film, it's not true, can't be true, like
fiction.
Yeah, and then at the end they go, oh yeah, but 99% based on a true story.
Yeah, that's definitely what gets me. 100%. If it's based on a true story, it's like
that family that lived in that house, and it was really famous. They made books about it, TV programs. It was on the news in the 70s, where those kids were being elevated into the air off their beds. Do you remember? It was a really famous.
The film's called The Conjuring.
Yeah, I think they actually made. They made like another film on it though, didn't they? That wasn't.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. And I'm not exactly rushing to see it, but now you've all seen it, I feel like I've got to see it. I feel like I've got to see it. I'm not going to watch it, not about someone else. Like, I won't, like, I just can't. And I genuinely believe that you can be nice to them. So that family must have really pissed them off. Do you know what I mean? Because if we've all, I say like had our experiences.
It could have been like naughty spirit, the naughty one.
So I've got a theory.
Or pain, one with
had
a painful life.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do have a theory that there are some people who thrive off of that negative shit, man. I think there are some people who genuinely like the idea of handing their soul over to an entity that has nothing better to do. It just loves to entertain itself. You know, like I said before about how I can kill Mario 100 times. For all I know, Mario might thoroughly enjoy it. He actually might like being that way. And it's really heartbreaking because, you know, it does put a negative spin on life. But from their perspective, that isn't negative, but it affects everybody else. That, you know, I do believe, God's honest truth, I do believe that your vibe attracts your tribe and that like attracts like. So if you do have that kind of energy in you, it will present itself to you, you know, and I truly believe that. Like when we talked about on the episode of how you can change your habits, change your life, you attract different. So I gave up smoking. I no longer know any smokers. Coincidence? I think not. You know, you learn to navigate the way you want your life to be. And if there are people who seek to find energy like that, you are going to find energy like that. You'll probably end up going, I don't know, wherever voodoo all started off, or wherever, you know, there have been massacre killings, or wherever there was that kind of energy, it will. Lucas, I'm not even joking. Your flipping curtain, mate, just moved.
I'm not going mad. See? We've invoked it in your room by talking about it.
All right, you guys continue. I'm just going to look this way.
You're getting a cheeky visit tonight.
I wonder if that what you were saying, Jules. I wonder if that's saying like you sold your soul to the devil. Some
You
people.
saying I sold my soul to the devil?
No, not
Nah,
you.
not
I
you,
mean,
mate, not
no,
you.
no.
We know you're good.
You've got-
Lucas,
you've
I'll
got
let you
your
know.
tribe here.
I'm winding you up, mate. I was saying it to say I wind you up. But no, Liz, I do believe that.
Imagine
So
they
imagine, sorry, I was going to say, where there's people who are living in squalor, quite a lot of suffering, you know, they will get to a point where if they can make a deal with the devil, they will. Of course you will. You know, if you get to a point in your life when you're feeling like there's got to be more than this, and I don't know what else to do, you know, unlucky, you're vulnerable, and it's in that vulnerability that you will, you know, you do some silly things, man. You really do. You do some silly things. You open yourself up to a life that you believe, that you think is going to get you your end goal. However, it won't. I think that's why there might be some like assassins, for example, people willing to kill people for life. And unfortunately, there are demons out there who know how to get these people. I'll pay you 40 grand. I need you to end that person, child, kid. You know, the unspoken truth of this world. People don't want to attract it. They don't want to talk about it. In actual fact, they'd rather just ignore it and hope it doesn't happen to them. And then when it does, they've got all of this stuff to say about it. So I'll tell you a story. I'm sorry, guys, Elite Thinking Club, we've gone on tangents. I'm just going to bring it home. So, you know.
Don't apologise. Keep
Yeah,
going.
live in a nice area. Where I live, it's quite really nice. People are nice. They speak nice. It's affluent. You drive an hour along the M25 and hit north a little bit and go to where I grew up. Back then, I grew up in a place that wasn't very. I didn't think it was very nice. It was. I don't know what it is, and I'm not trying to like tell people that are from there that it's shite, but it just wasn't nice. Now, I don't know if it was the area or if it was my state of mind that created my reality, right? This is the thing I battle a lot with. But when something happens where I currently live now, it's such a scare. It's such a big deal. And people are like, I can't believe that it's happening here. And I'm like, are you on crack? Are you on that new kind of crack? You act like this doesn't exist. So if you drive to London, say, for example, a few boroughs in London, stabbings on a daily, people dying every day. You know, let's not pretend that this doesn't exist. It really does. And, you know, for people to be blind to it, it's a bit naive. Like I just can't believe. It's really heartbreaking to me personally to feel that people don't think it's a reality because it's not their reality. I suppose then that does actually cancel itself out.
But then I think that's because, again, it's like what you said earlier, and the whole thing to do with ghosts, people only see what they want to see. They shut off from the reality of what you may know about and what you see, because you're open to the reality of our world. Whereas some people, and the whole ignorance is, they just don't want to see it. They don't want to know. But in the back of their minds, they know it happens, but they might not think it happens down their street or in their village or in their town or in their city, but it does.
Yeah. We have to. Don't give up the good fight.
Absolutely.
Don't give up the good fight. I think we all
That's
got to
why
work
we're here,
together.
right?
Yeah. We've all got to work together to really, like, you got to pick up the litter, because the person that dropped it, you know, they're still in their state that
Absolutely.
we need to heal them.
They're
People
learning. They're learning how to put it in the bin.
Yeah. People need people, and we're at different stages at different times. And I think the more influence we can have to make it better, we're going to make it better. They might turn around and see me pick it up, and then they're going to be like, oh man, that was mine. And I'm going to be like, I know it was, but next time.
Do you know what? My daughter, when I went to the beach last summer, my daughter actually did that. There was a guy, he had fish and chips on the bench, and he left it next to him, and he sat there and he was drinking his can of Coke, and it was really bugging her. So she went to the bin and she put her rubbish in the bin, and she picked his up off the bench, and she went, "Is that your rubbish?" He's oh, because she was a child younger than him, and he was like, yeah. Oh, thank you. I'll put it in the bin for you because I'm here. And she put it in the bin, and she come back and she said to me, I don't think he was going to put it in there, Mum, but I think I taught him a lesson.
Yes, I love that. I love it. It does take the innocence sometimes of a child. Yeah, he needed that lesson. Right person, right time.
He was really shocked. I could see by his face, and I was like, oh, do I admit that this is my child, or do I just pretend? But yeah, no, I'm proud.
You should be. You raised her to do that right thing. Wow, what an episode. We've gone in, and I think like we've gone to places that, this is what I love about it. Guys, if you're watching and you've got something to say on anything we've said, then you've got to let us know. You've got to comment so we hear it. You can email us and let us know. Just also, if you do like this, and follow us as well, because you'll get a notification when our next episode comes, because it's time to release more and more and more. And also, we're going to start doing Elite Thinking Club Quickfire, where we get questions asked to us and we have to answer them. So if you have any questions for any one of us that you want answering, then you need to message in and let us know. So you can put us in the hot seat and we have to answer what you ask. All right. Well, guys, thank you for sharing your stories. Does anyone have any more? I feel like we could probably squeeze in one more.
I do. I have a quick one. So basically, with regards to like spirits and ghosts, contacting like young children, I do believe that children have senses. And when I was younger, my mum's mum, my nana, was in hospital. She died from cancer. But while she was in hospital, still alive, but on her way to passing over, 3 nights in 1 week, I would wake up, and at the bottom of my bed, my middle brother, would be just standing at the bottom of my bed staring at me. And on the 3rd night, I said to him, Jay, are you okay? And I would do that to his face, and he turned around and he said, yeah, Nana woke me up. Nana came to talk to me. Nana wanted to say goodbye. And it freaked him out. So he'd come into my room, but it was like he wasn't really 100% himself. So, and he did it 3 times in this week. And at the end of the week, on a Sunday, she actually passed over. We were all round her bed in the hospital, and she actually passed over. So, and he would never talk about it. And then when we were in our 20s, he spoke about it one day. We were talking, and I said about memories with Nana, and he said, do you remember when she came and visited me? And I said, no, because I didn't see her. He said, yeah, she came to see me before she died. Well, she physically couldn't have come to see him because she was in a hospital bed in the state of basically, passing over. And I remember when we went to visit her in hospital, it was quite freaky for me because I was young and I was very close to her. But like, she didn't have any, like, her eye, all we could see when she was lying in the bed was white, like in her eyes. So we couldn't actually see. So it was like her eyes were turning in her head, but like, that's how it was constantly. So, it just fascinated me. And it fascinated me that my brother only ever spoke to me about it once. when we were in our 20s, and he brought it up and he just spoke about it as clear as day, and he sort of thanked me and said, thank you for never laughing about it. And I said, why would I laugh about it? I was fascinated by it.
Wow.
And the thing I was most fascinated by is that she was on her way to wherever we go. She was on her way, and she came to say goodbye to him. And when he was asleep in his bed, he saw her and spoke to her. And then it made him get out of his bed, come to the bottom of my bed in my bedroom. And he was just in some sort of haze, delivering this message of her saying goodbye. And that was on her,
and and then
she passed away at the end of that week. And he visited my bed. It was like he was sleep. And I thought he was sleepwalking. And it was only on the third night that he delivered the message saying Nana wants to say goodbye. And then on the Sunday she died. So it was like she was, she wasn't really there still, but I don't know, it's crazy. She was on her way to the next realm. I don't know. So
I just want to say, like, I do believe in like astro projection. I do feel like we can exit the body. This thing right here, I think we're spirits having a human experience, and we're limited by what we can do with the ability of this. So even like when I talk about spirit and who we are, there's two voices. The one you hear me saying now, and then there's also the one that's in my mind, So, and then, not only the one that you're hearing from come out my mouth now, but there's the one in your head that's speaking, even though you're hearing me speak right now. And that right there is like a spirit that speaks louder than my voice ever can. And you got the ability to control that volume too. If I asked you to scream in your head now, Orange Lucozade, you could close your eyes and really, you can say that Orange Lucozade. Not only can you say it, you can see it. If I said to you Orange Lucozade, you can really project that. Like if you are in a state of real calm, relax, the body isn't moving now, and you're in that middle bit, like you said, she was there, but then was she passing over? With it in that moment, she had the ability to leave the body, find your brother,
the people she loved. Yeah. And he honestly, he was very calm, and he was just in a haze. I can't explain it, and that's why I thought he was sleepwalking.
Wow.
And that's my only experience personally of. And I mean, obviously my brother was alive and here, but like he brought me into that physical thing that he could see, and the physical experience he'd had in his bedroom, and then it kind of made him get out of bed and come into my bedroom. It's just
And that's your perspective. Can't imagine how he lives his life knowing that, like a bit like you, Chris.
Freak him out.
I mean, you've lived your whole life now knowing that there was definitely someone walking up and down them stairs.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
But that happened.
It definitely did, yeah, 100%. That's like my mum told me that when she was younger, there was, like when sometimes the phone rings and you answer and there's no one talking, like on the old sort of dial phones. And they one day that happened like 3 times in the space of like 5 minutes. Just no one was talking on the other side of the phone. And then about an hour later, they got a phone call basically saying that one of their friends had died and been hit by a bus. And when they traced back the number, it was her number. It was her number to her house.
Chris, I think you have the gift, mate, because every time you speak, I get scared. I start getting this energy.
My hairs on my arms just went up. Like, yeah.
I love that you can do that. That's powerful. Don't lose that. I think you're definitely connected, Chris, in some way to you have an ability. So maybe just learn to harness it. Don't lose it. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Wow, powerful. Because the thing is, if they do call and they don't speak, back to that kid that took off the bedding, I think they're taking the piss. I think we should pick it up and be like, listen, I know who you are. All right. Tell you again, stop calling this phone. I know who you are. Put the bedding back on the bed. Stop taking a piss. Oh God. Why not? Why not? I mean,
I do believe there are some that can move things, and well, clearly because of that true story, Lucas, the Conjuring or whatever it's called. But yeah, because there have been people that have said that they have had like outer body experiences, but also where they feel like they've been taken over by something, and also people that have have said, oh, I swear I put that there. I'm sure I put that there. Everything's moving around in this house since we've moved in. It's not, that could be a little kid, ghost messing about playing games.
Totally. Okay, that
Or-
happened to me earlier this week. I'm not even joking. I needed my wallet. I needed to buy something and I couldn't find it. And I was like,
Lucas's
where the
face.
flipping hell? Where's my wallet? Yeah. Where's my wallet? And sorry, I missed it. What was it, Lucas?
Lucas's face, he started twitching with his
I'm
little
not
thing
speaking to
when
that,
you
I'll say that
said
now. I do uni work or something.
I think he's going to need us to stay on here for a little while.
You sure you want to go to Canoodan, mate, at 1,000 subscribers? Chris is coming, by the
Think of the
way.
5 million. Think of the 5 million. I'll give
True,
you 100,000, Lucas. Come on.
Yeah.
We're there.
Do you
Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
So, talking about out of body experiences. So, in September last year, my girlfriend, she went to go visit her nan in Lithuania, and they still don't know what caused it. But she was in a coma for 2 months. She's all right now; she's recovering, but she was in a coma for 2 months, in September till November. And at this time, I went to uni. I had to do my education and stuff. She's still out in Lithuania now. When she was in this coma, because obviously I was speaking to her, and she was like, she was in this outer body state, and she knew what I was doing in Leicester, like now and then, not obviously all the time, but she was she listed off things. She's never been to Leicester, and she was listing off things that I was doing, described places that she's never been before, and then she was with her mum, telling her like the same thing with her mum and stuff. And she like woke up from the coma after 2 months, and she was listing off all these things. She said that she had, it's quite interesting. She was in like this room and she had like 2 doors to choose. And one of the doors was me, her mum, family, friends, all of that. And the other door was just darkness.
Wow.
And obviously she chose the one with everyone in. Then she woke up I still remember it was on the 6th of November at 10:30 a.m. And I got a text from her after 2 months. And I messaged her every day while she was in the yeah, it definitely is definitely real.
You always drop a bombshell.
For real, he does it all the time. Like at the end of a session,
you're sitting there with your curtain twitching, and you're just like, yeah,
he just comes out with some, comes out with some
How am I supposed to go to sleep
mind-blowing.
now, knowing that?
Oh, mate, that is
Lucas,
powerful.
that's amazing.
So she's all good now. She just needs to strengthen up and stuff. But
She had a choice then.
Yeah.
She got presented with a choice. Just
2 doors.
What do you think was in the? Did you ask her what she thought was in the dark door?
No idea.
Yeah.
The fact that it was dark, it made her feel she didn't want to go there. Clearly.
There was this little boy, and he had this phone in his hand and some bed linen in the other, and he was just like, "Yo, come here. we can have some fun over here." I know these people that I've been pranking the whole time. They love it.
Oh my god!
They love it so much. They asked me to come back. There was this one builder. I moved these bricks around, and he just like and I was like
Oh dear. That's so funny. I'm so glad she chose you, Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas, man. She knew.
She chose you.
She knew. Yeah, she knew.
Good.
So who out of all of us right now are alone?
I am. I live alone. No pets, no nothing.
Lucas,
but I got a big batch of sage. I might have to just, sage the place.
I'm going to definitely be doing a little bit of sage, and I'm just going to be holding on to.
The thing is, though, when it comes to things like that, I genuinely know in myself, I'm like I'm blessed with good entities. Yeah, 100%. I have protectors, 100%. But they say that if you wake up at the devil's hour, which is 3 a.m. in the morning, that you can smell burning, or you feel cold, or you don't know why you're waking up, get back to sleep as quick as you can, because you'll drive yourself crazy, mate. Like they say,
smell burning sometimes, but it's not normally at 3 a.m. in the morning. So,
yeah, they say that's when, like, the spirits come out to play. 3 a.m. That's what they say. I'm not sure if that's
I don't like that time in the morning, so clearly I'm not part of their little thing. I do not like that time in the morning.
That's when we're going Canoodan. 3 a.m. on a full moon.
Yeah. or you should wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and just bang on Paranormal Activity.
Oh my gosh, can you see that light there?
Yeah.
That just freaked me out. That's the reflection in my TV. What have you guys done to me? Oh,
Oh,
it's
God.
just a reflection. It's just light. It's just light. It's all good. Like Jules says, they're all good around me.
You've got good energy, guys. You've got good
Yeah.
energy. Like attracts like. We're very protected here. Very protected. I'm gonna have to call it. I really, really value that episode. That was, we went places. We went places. Wow, that's gonna have to be like at least 4 parts. At least.
That was really
And
good.
you know, yeah, I'm gonna just say, you know, from me and everyone, guys, like, thank you. And whatever you're up to, have a good one. Everyone, everywhere, peace and love.
Peace and love.